Hello everyone and welcome back to the Garden Railway for a layout update. A few things to show you in today's video and some plans and work that is going to be carrying on over the next couple of months. And yes, I know the winter is coming here, but we are not stopping work as the winter is coming, and we're not going to stop running the layout either during the winter. This is going to be an all year round layout, well, as long as it's not raining, which it does quite a bit in Wales, as you probably know. So the first things first, this has been in for quite some time. You've got the bridge here. Now what we've decided to do is move the station halt to here, because it was, as you know, over there, but now the plantains really started to grow over there. It was just an easier and simpler idea to put the station in this area. This is made out of wood. It's kept inside when the layout is not in operation, just so it lasts longer, because if you leave this out, the ice, rain and heat will ruin this platform eventually, so it's just nicer to keep it inside. Rather nice station here. This is actually the end of the line at the moment. You can see the power in there, and this is where the line splits and will be going up there as well. This area will become sort of a little car park, maybe a signal box, a little building or something in there to add some interest. So let's go and continue around the layout to show you what's been going on. Here is the bridge then, and it's survived really rather well over the summer months. I can't remember the exact date this was put in, but it's a good few months ago, and yes, you can see it's really starting to weather now, which, well, is more realistic, isn't it? But we will keep up the sort of treatment of that bridge, again, to make it last as long as possible, really. The castle area is just there. I do want to do a bit more in that area, maybe put a flag on top there, a couple of figures or something like that, to again add as much interest as possible. This bit has been ballasted, as you can see, for quite some time. We have just decided to leave it in place. There's no glue, there's nothing holding it in, and it seems to do rather well. But being outdoors, there is going to be more maintenance than an indoor layout, which I did do a little bit of reballasting here about a day or so ago. Hardly anything to do, so I think we're going to keep it that way. This is where the station used to be, as you know, just here, but as you can see, these plants have really grown up now. They haven't been here very long, to be honest, but it just makes it look so much nicer with the planting. Yes, there's no ballast down here yet, because we got to come up with a way of stopping the ballast falling down here. We need some kind of edge on here, and we're not 100% sure the best to use. If we use wood edging on here, it's possibly going to bow and buckle over time with the wet weather here in Wales, so I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. Maybe some kind of plastic or something like that, we don't know. As you can see, the line does continue just behind the maple tree. Just here you can see the back of the house, and it continues down there, so we'll go down that way next. Well, here we go. We were just down there, next to the cutting area. Yes, the track is in place here. You might be able to spot the gaps. I got the sleepers I need to replace in those, but I'm not going to replace the sleepers until the rails have been soldered. Well, the wires have been soldered onto the rails, which is still a job that has to be done here. If we just spin the camera around, we have more landscaping that has been done. You can see that gap there. Still got the sleepers. They're currently in the shed, so I know where they are. Here is the tunnel then. Yes, the track does end there at the moment. The curves, we're using Pico set track in there, so the rails need to have the wires soldered first and then slowly fed back into that area, because you can't access in there. We can't get a soldering iron inside that tunnel while the track is in place. I don't think that would work too well. You'd have to have quite long arms to do that. Yeah, I don't. Let's continue the tour. And here's the other side of the tunnel. We are going to make a wooden tunnel entrance just here to make it look a little bit more realistic. You don't get many rock entrances like this in the UK. You probably get plenty in America, and Europe, but not so much in the UK. I think we do have some, but they either got sort of a wooden or sort of stone or brick archway, don't they? Most tunnels here in the UK do. The track bed is in all the way across here. These lines are just temporary. We've been getting some planting in here. Some of those are weeds, by the way. We need to give them their marching orders, and the track bed ends here. Now the biggest change is there. You might just be able to spot the grey there. I'll show you what that change is. And, well, I'm sure if you followed the garden railway, you might spot the change. The hedge is gone. Yeah, there used to be a tall hedge all the way down to the shed there. We took it out for two different reasons. One is because, as you can see, the railway will be here, and the other one, ease of maintenance. The hedge, I couldn't think of what the heck it was called then. The hedge was an absolute pain in the backside. Not that I ever did it, my dad did most of it, but still it was a pain in the backside to keep cutting it, and it didn't look very nice. So what are the plans? These rocks are part of the plans for the railway. The line is actually going to go on this area just here. The path is moving from there to there, and the rocks are going to be here. They're going to start at 2 high and then go down to 1, and about halfway down there the line is going to curve over and go that way into a station platform. So let's go down that way. So somewhere in this area then, the track's going to come around the curve up to just the other side of that rock, and the track is going to go over this way. There will be a point just before the curve so the line can split and come into a station platform just along here. Now, whether this is going to be an island platform or two separate platforms, we haven't decided. It all depends on the space. Now that might sound weird because look how much space we have, but with O-gauge points you really have to be careful, and the line then will continue back into a single line by the seating area and the burner there, and you can just see there where the line will rejoin. We've got to have a main station out here. Would be rather nice to have one, wouldn't it? Just a quick look then at the latest loco and rolling stock that have arrived here on this railway. And here is the latest locomotive. This is the new Dapol B4. What can I say about these? These are really top little locomotives done by Dapol, and yes, sprung buffers. It weighs a lot. It runs incredibly smooth and well. Even when the track is a little dirty from being outside, it doesn't seem to affect it, which I'm quite surprised at. Good motor, really good quality, and just look at the livery application on this. Perfect little loco for you. And yes, it does have a removable roof, so you can get a load of that incredible cab detail you can just see, and it's just held in by 2 magnets. I really do like that about O-gauge. And it does have firebox glow. Yeah, it has it all. Loco is running DC. We are running this line powered by rails, not battery operated. Battery operating all my locos is just too time consuming and, well, expensive. Not going to do it. It's just not worth us. So we're going to solder wires into each side of the rail. Well, my dad and others are going to help doing that. You know what I'm like with electrics. If we go to some coaching stock now, I did buy a set of coaches. These came in a set, so we've got 1 of these and 3 of these coaches in a set. Now these, amazingly, are made by MTH. I'm sure some of you have heard of, which I believe is an American company, and these were very, very good value coaches. You can buy these on their own for about £99 or less, and for an O-gauge coach it's really rather good. They have fully metal wheels, pickups, lighting, and you can just pull this one away. They even have these rubber connections on them. Extremely good quality, well detailed, and you can pick them up for about £99 per coach. That is really good for O gauge. I didn't pay that for these. They come in a set, as I said. You got one of these and 3 of those. I can't exactly how much I paid for it, but it worked out less than £99 per coach. So if you are after some very good value coaches, search for the MTH coaches. Be careful, they are not the 3-rail versions. They do them. These are the 2-rail, so you won't have any issues here in the UK. So that's pretty much it here at the layout. There are other locomotives possibly coming here, like the Dapple J94 is definitely one on the way to this layout. So that is it. I am going to leave you with a couple of shots of this running in this area over the bridge and through the platform, hopefully. Please leave your thoughts. Anything that could help us would really be appreciated. This is the first time we've done O gauge in the garden, so anything you can throw our way, tips and hints, would be really nice to hear from you. So that's it from me here at the Garden Railway. I'll leave you now with a couple of shots of the B4 running. I'll be back here at the Garden Railway, Jubilee Road, or on location very soon. Bye everyone.